Hi everybody and welcome back to Cooking with Us. I am Vanessa. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite meals our mom used to make when we were growing up. Um, it is Sopa de Albóndigas, albóndiga soup. Say that. That's a fun albóndigas. So let's get to it and let me show you how to make albóndiga soup. So let's put our hair up, wash our hands, and let's get to it. Okay, so to start, I have a pound of ground beef and a pound of turkey. You can use chicken, you can use pork. I prefer chicken or turkey. Okay, so I have two celery sticks. I'm going to chop them up really fast. I'm going to chop them up into little squares. So let's do it. So a lot of you had made mention you like to see my face, me talking instead of just the food. So surprise, I'm here. Okay, so I am cutting the celery into little squares. I made two rajitas. What is that called? Like two. I cut it down twice so that the squares can come out small. And I'm gonna add. Behind me I have a pan going. It's a 6.5 quart pan. I'm putting a little bit of oil in it, and that's gonna be for is for my juice, my tomato juice. So that can be nice and warm and sizzle up when I am ready to make that. So I'm going to cut all this up. And this recipe calls for, you don't have to, everybody does it different. Do it how you want. This recipe calls for tomates, chile, cilantro, and your meatballs. A lot of people like them with pork. I prefer chicken and turkey. I mentioned that. You can put chayote in it. You can put corn. You can put carrot. So yummy. It just adds a little bit of extra crunch. But my smart butt forgot the corn and the you don't have to put the corn in the if I can get my words out, the carrots. Okay, so back here I have my pan going on low. It's just low so it doesn't burn the pan. And then in the blender I'm gonna put, I washed 4 jitomates. These are Roma tomatoes, okay? En inglés, Roma tomatoes. And in español, jitomates. So I'm taking the yuckies off because I'm going to put all these 4 in a blender. You can toast these up in a pan. Okay. And it just gives it that extra smoky flavor. You can also add a chipotle in it, the jalapeno, and a fourth of an onion because we're going to make a good serving for, that I'm going to fill up that 6.5 quart pan. So I decided after much thought, not really, it took me 2 seconds, but I'm going to grab some garlic as well. That you could put 1, 2 dientes, not your diente, but your 2 cloves of garlic in. Yeah, I'm just going to put 2 in your sopa. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to heat it up because it gives it a good smoky flavor. And then what I'm going to do too, I'm going to get that chipotle and put it in there too. So you guys can see, it just gives it a smoky flavor and it just a nice bite. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so I'm back. I grabbed a can of chipotles. I'm just going to use 1. I'm going to bring you guys with me so you can see back here. I know some of you requested to see my face more, but I really need to show you guys what I'm doing back there. Okay, I'm going to put a medium saucepan. I'm going to put it to heat up, and then I'm going to drizzle it with oil, and then I'm going to cut up the tomate. I'm going to cut up the jalapeno, the garlic, and half an onion with the chipotle. Okay, so I could do it in this pan, but I like to just hear that sizzling when I blend everything together, and then it's beautiful. Okay, if you put a little bit more oil, it's just going to add that extra yumminess to your soup. Okay, and then you want to cut your tomatoes like so. You can even just cut them like this. It's fine, but I cut them in more so more of it could toast up. So this is how I do it. Yum, yum, yum. I should have waited till that got hotter. You want to wait till it gives you a good sizzle, but that's okay. And then meanwhile, I'm going to cut my jalapeno. I'm just going to do half because I am going to put a chipotle in there.
Okay, so before I added the jitomates or the tomatoes to the pan, I actually added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay, so 1 chipotle. Wash the top of your can because you don't know where it's been. Yuck. So, why am I using this? My sister Patty gave me this dandy little can opener, and it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put my chiles and everything in there. That's going in there. Everybody to the pool. Oh, I forgot my onion. Just want 1/4 of it. Más poquito. Just a little bit. This onion's not cooperating. This knife is not cooperating. Ooh, and I forgot my yucky bowl. Bad, bad, bad. And then just toss everything. I am toasting them up. The onion, the tomato, okay, the chiles in there. Yeah, it's getting that toasty. It's getting toasted. And then all I'm going to do, the tomatoes are getting really soft, is add it in the blender and then just blend it a little bit with consomme or a little bit of salt. Consomme is the chicken broth. If you have chicken broth, even better, like homemade. Oh, I forgot my dientes over here. In Spanish, they call them a tooth of garlic. So you think, oh, add a tooth of in Spanish, and you think you have to put a tooth in there. Anyway, no. Okay. So I'm just mashing up my garlic here. I just hit it a couple times, and the peel comes off really nice. See, sus. Ahí está. Okay. So I'm just gonna let my garlic cook for a second, and then I'm gonna add it to my blender.
So after about 8 to 10 minutes, go ahead and add everything, your garlic, your chile, and your tomato to the blender. Just make sure the garlic does not burn. Okay? That's why you add it last.
Put everything in the blender. I don't want to lose anything. It just gives it a smoky flavor and that extra just toastiness. And there we go. Making a mess. Never fails. So I have my tomato. See, beautiful. Tomato, garlic, and onion. So for this, you guys, remember I don't measure normally, so I bought these cool spoons. Look at, check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna put a 1/2 teaspoon of consomme in here, just to give it a little flavor. Okay, 2. So a whole teaspoon, okay? I don't measure usually, so I use the Knorr. You can use beef, oh, I can't say it. Beef, never mind. Okay, yeah, you know where I'm getting at. Beef broth. Why can't I say that? Oh, what? And I just want about 1/3 of cup of water.
So now we're going to blend it for about 8 to 10 seconds. We didn't add the chipotle. The can I had was no bueno, so we didn't add it. But that's okay. It's going to be just as delicious. That chipotle just gives it a smoky flavor, so you can add that if you like in the blender with the tomate and the chile and the onion and garlic, or just add it 1 chipotle in the soup and then take it out after.
It's a little spicy. But with the after I add the water, the spiciness will go away a little bit. And now I'm gonna add 8 cups of water. And now, okay, so that's gonna cook on low heat until medium. I'm gonna put it, yeah, it's on medium heat, so we're good there. And now let me go show you how we're gonna prepare. And now let me go show you how to make the fun part, the albóndigas. I'm gonna put my celery, my 2 stalks of celery that I cut up to go with my chile, and I'm gonna cover that up. It's on medium heat. I'm gonna cut my Mexican squash. If I can find my knife. This I'm gonna add is one of the last things you want to add to your sopa, your soup, because it cooks fast. Okay, so do that. Add these last. I'm doing mine a little bit bigger than bite size. So I'm gonna put it in this bowl. And then that's for my soup at the end. And then what I'm gonna do right now, I have a cup of rice right here. I'm gonna mix it with my meat, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So I have my squash that I'm gonna add last, so I'm gonna put that back here. And then I have my onion I'm gonna put in here. I like a good bite on mine. I need a yuck bowl. Okay. And then your onion, you want to cut it as small as you can, because we're going to put this onion in your albóndigas. Okay. Oh, let me get a bowl. I wanted to do this recipe earlier, but I was all Rasputia looking, and had to pick up the kids and all that fun stuff. So I thought, you know what, after dinner. So I'm here doing this for you now. And I'm going along in the final recipe. We'll put it in the description box. We'll put the final measurements, because I was taught just sauce, put a little bit of this, put a little bit of that. Just eyeball it. And then just taste it. And if it tastes good, sauce is ready. But I know I have, it's good though. To my friends and family that have been asking me for my recipes for years, I love you bunches. Here it is, because they always ask me, "Honey, what did you put in there?" I'm like, they're like, "Oh, that was so good." Yeah, don't ask me, because I don't remember what I put in it. I remember the ingredients, but I don't remember how much. So this is keeping me accountable, and this is gonna stay for my babies. All right, in this bowl I have my thing. Oh, my cilantro. I'm gonna put a good let me see this. Let me eyeball it. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Mira. Watch it. Let's chop that off. Chop that. I don't like the ends. If you like them, by all means, put them in there. I don't like them. But if you do, sorry, you put them in. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cup. I'm gonna tell you how much is más o menos in there. And I like to chop the cilantro once again. And you'll hear this every time in small pieces. Only because I don't want to, walk outside with a piece of sauce cilantro on my tooth. But yeah, I go with it. If it happens, it happens. Right, sweet baby? Okay, so I have about a little bit more than a cup here. But I'm going to give it another quick, rough chop. And to everybody that subscribed, thank you so much. that liked. Thank you so much. And especially for those of you that sent shout out an email, sent a message, reached out to say hey, and not hey. You reached out to say hey, and requested recipes. I'm on it. Okay, we're working really hard to. My sister Patty, she's typing as fast as she can to get, and then listening to my babosadas. And then she's like, "Why? How much did you put in there?" So she's listening to. My poor sister, she's got to listen to the whole recipe again. Okay, so this is gonna be, yeah, it's a cup. Okay, so a cup of cilantro. We're gonna put that in there. It just looked like a good measurement because it was because I have chicken, I have turkey, and I have meat. So I'm gonna cut up the meat. I'm gonna put it in there. One, and then I'm gonna put the turkey. See, beautiful. And then I'm gonna mix these. Okay, so I have my half a cebolla, half an onion. I have my cup of cilantro, cup of rice. What am I missing? My garlic. I love to put garlic in it. I just did a chihuahua move. And let's put, I'm going to put 2 cloves. Yeah, you don't want the garlic to overpower, even though I love garlic. I do. I can put garlic on everything, even my eggs in the morning. And that's a good thing. I mean, garlic is good for you. But if you don't like that much garlic, or you don't like the flavor of garlic, don't put it in. You don't have to. Okay. But it gives it a good yum. Good yum, 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 yum. And who requested albóndigas? Luis, this one's for you. I swear, I'm like so ADD, it's not even funny. Okay, but Luis, this recipe's for you. Shout out to Luis. This is so you can follow it. I'm doing this, yes, for you. So you can follow this recipe and make your sopita of albóndigas at home, okay? And like I said, you could put the cilantro in the mix. It would be a handful of cilantro in the when I cooked up the tomates with the garlic and the onion over there on the stove with a little bit of oil. It was about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then just maybe I want more. It's just fresh. I don't want to bite into a piece. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. Okay. So Luis, you have your receta here. So you can make it at home now. Tell your mom, I'm going to make you sopa de albóndigas now. Or your friends, or your wife, girlfriend. Okay, I'm going to put, it's 2 pounds, so I'm going to put 1 huevo. Okay, guys? Yay. Cup of cilantro. Ready? 1 huevo. Yes, I'm going with 1 huevo. And I'm going to grab a fork. And this is boiling over here. It's perfect. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can smell it. Okay. And then in here, salt, pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of this. A little bit of oregano. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do, where's my cool spoons? I got these and I was so excited because I was like, because I don't have to sit there and talk, just fight with the other ones. Okay, so this one's a teaspoon. Let's do half a teaspoon of black pepper, okay? Let's do another one. So we're going to, Patty, It's a whole teaspoon, okay? Teaspoon, garlic, Larry's. I use this one, Larry's. I'm gonna put a teaspoon too. Put a teaspoon. It was a heaping one, okay? I wasn't just like measuring it. And then a tablespoon, half a tablespoon. Teaspoon. We're going with a teaspoon. See how it tastes. No, yeah, that looks perfect. And then I'm going to add a little bit of oregano. Just grab, I'm going to say a pinch. Let's grab a, no, I want bigger. Bigger, more. I'm going to do half a tablespoon, okay? And then I'm going to crush it really good in my hand. It's the Mexican one, Mexican fresh oregano. It's not fresh because it's not the plant, but this one you have to moler. How do you say moler? To crush it in your hands. Crush. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. That's boiling. And then you want to just, you guys can see my madness. Let me bring the camera closer. I'm mixing it all together. I'm going to just mix it up. You don't want to overmix. Just make sure everything gets nicely. The meat, both meats get mixed in together. I'm trying to get the turkey one with the red. Okay. So I'm just mixing it. See? It's almost there. Oh, it smells so good. All the spices in it. Okay, so I'm almost done mixing all this. And you just want to get a good mixture. Yeah, that looks good. This is done. This is ready. It's beautiful. Look, see? It's beautifully mixed. Now, a cup. Let me see. I might do just a half. Yeah, just do a half a cup. I had a whole cup ready here, but no, I'm telling you, I'm learning to measure as I go. Kind of fun. Yeah, this is perfect. This is beautiful. Okay. Now, don't be cochinas or cochinos. Wash your hands really good because next we're going to make little bolitas, little balls. So wash your hands, okay? Really good. So I'll show you. This is the fun part. Alright, now I'm going to wash my hands because I touched everything else. I touched anything else. So guys, wash your hands really good. Wash your hands when you handle any meat. Okay, so I'm going to measure it to the palm of my hand. I have little hands, so I'll measure up to the palm of my hand. See? Or you can use a spoon to measure it too, and you'll know that's the size of your albóndigas. Okay? And this is fun. You can have the kids help you with this. Just have them wash their hands. Really, really, really well. And Luis, are you following along? This is fun, guys. Cooking can be fun. This is either cleaning or doing this. Cooking is my stress relief. So I love cooking. I love cooking, and also when I see a recipe and I'm like, maybe, I wonder what it would taste like if I added this. You can do that too. You can also add about, I'm going to say, a teaspoon of garlic salt if you don't want to chop up garlic, okay? You can do that too. You don't have to do the fresh garlic. If I can go fresh, I'll go fresh. You can also, one of those chiles, chipotles, not chipole, chile de árbol. What are they called in English? It's a red pepper. Patty will put it up for you. Chile de árbol. You can put that when you're putting the tomatoes and the onion on the stove. Put like 2 of them in there if you like spicier food, and saute it in there, and then add it to the blender. You'll get some good flavor in there. I mean, if that's, if you really like a lot of flavor, a lot of chili. I have to calm myself down though because I have kids. So everything I eat, they eat. Except for the jalapenos. I eat those on the side. But yeah, I like my food a little bit spicier. And I'm measuring it to my palm, guys. So that's why you see me taking a little bit off, a little bit on, a little bit off, a little bit on. Bolas. Almost done. Last one. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands. And I have all my albóndigas. And I hear the water back there. So let me show you what I'm doing. So see how my pan is mad now? I have it on medium-low heat. I'm going to grab my albóndigas and I'm going to put them in there. One by one. You can make your albóndigas smaller too. You don't have to make them as big as I did. Okay. 1, 2, 23. We got 23 albóndigas out of that. So I'm going to let this cook for about 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add my Mexican calabaza. It's the one, see, it's like gray. I think in English they call it gray cucumber. I don't know. Yeah, squash, gray squash. Or Mexican squash, something like that. So, small note, I forgot to put my onion on my albóndigas, so I'm going to add it in here. Yeah, add it into your albóndigas. I know, too much wine. Don't drink wine while you're cooking. Okay, so, yeah, sorry, Luis. I didn't put my onion in the albóndigas. You normally would, but I just put it in the soup. And then I'm going to put this is what I use, fideo, in the soup too. Because you can put corn or carrot normally in the sopa. Or fideos, it doesn't really matter. And I didn't put corn or carrots. So I'm going to put the fideo with the calabaza. And then, yeah. So I'll add that in after it cooks for like 15 minutes. Okay, here's my albóndiga soup. Yum. It's starting to look really good. See how you can see the rice. You know the yumminess in there. Oh yeah, see? Beautiful. Now we want to add your squash. And then sassy. Another 10 minutes. Okay, and over here I added my squash. I'm going to add some noodles because I can. I'm going to get 2 of these. I grabbed my morena noodles and I'm just going to cut them up. See? 2 of these. Or like half, I want to say half a cup of noodles. And I'm making a mess over here. And then just let that cook for another 10 minutes. And then we're going to chop up some fresh cilantro right now so we can throw it on top. So it's been about a good 40 minutes. We let it cook on medium-high heat. Medium-low heat, sorry. Medium-low heat, the albóndigas with the chile and the chile juice that we put in there. And then we added the onions because I forgot to put them in the bolas, the balls. But it's gonna taste good. It Just go with it. I tell you, I do all kinds of madness. So and then 20 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I added the Mexican squash and the morena noodles. Okay, you can use any noodles. You can use spaghetti noodles. Just cut them up. So let's see what that looks like. Served on a plate.